Hopefully you can hear me now. Yeah, I don't know. Something has happened to my OBS software here. It's like all my settings were changed or something. So I don't know. That's kind of weird. So yeah, highs and lows of previous week always, highs and lows of the previous day always, and then um I mean obviously we're a long way um from even touching those. Gold must have already changed to the other contract. I'm betting. I'm thinking it might have changed. Did it change already? I had this problem once before with gold where it didn't update to the front contract. Have they already changed? I can't tell because gold's not really. I wouldn't think they'd already changed the January contract, but they could have. It doesn't look like it though. Maybe they just haven't opened it yet. It's possible. Okay, so I'll just focus on ES here until gold decides to open up. There might be another hour before they open. I'm really kind of upset that this thing with Funded Futures Network is not working at the moment. Oh, it is. Okay. May have just had to use a different gateway on that. You should be able to hear me now. So Apex is not running a sale at the moment. I wish they were. I'm thinking they're probably gonna run one on they're probably gonna run one close to Black Friday if I had to guess. I didn't trade great last week, but also didn't trade terribly. I When I get a funded account, I really tend to take it slow and not gamble. So um I tend to trade micros on funded accounts and minis on evals. Probably shouldn't trade them differently, but I do. No, this is showing gold's open on Bull and Ox, so I don't know why it's not showing on TradingView. I had that issue a week or so ago with TradingView as well, so that's okay. I'll just focus on the funded account, and I will trade micro gold on here as well, but mostly just been trying to focus on ES. If you're new to my channel, I do trade a system called the Strat, and it was created by Rob Smith. Also learned a ton from Sarah Strat Sniper. There is no shortage of Strat videos on YouTube, people on X as well, and I got to get away from calling it Twitter. I still call it Twitter, but people on X as well, that use it. And a great thing about the Strat community is that almost anyone is willing to help you for free. So it was created with the idea to give it away. Um, that's how I knew it would work because nobody was charging an astronomical amount you know, to teach you how to use the system, right? Um, I mean, I've seen people, spend upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 for somebody to teach them how to trade. That's just insane to me. Like, there's so many good free resources on the internet about learning to trade, and I just that's just insane. I couldn't even in good conscience charge somebody that. I mean, hey, by all means, if you want to throw it to me, cool. I'll help you all I can. No, I'm just kidding, but I just the strat is free. The only the way I make the way I'm making money from YouTube is people using my affiliate code with the prop firms because I don't have enough subscribers yet to get monetized. I think you have to have, close to 1,000, and I'm about halfway there. Um, so the best way to support my channel is just to use my affiliate code, and it's Blues Trades. That'll get you the best discount at Apex and Bullinox, um, and some other firms as well. But that's the best way to support my channel. Just use my code. So um, I'll help you all I can. I've helped people for free. I've done all I can for the community. And yeah, because the strat works. The strat absolutely works. If you want somebody to hold your hand and give you signals and all those sorts of things, that's not really what the strat is for. The strat is to teach you to learn how to trade so that you don't need anybody else. And that you can stand on your own 2 feet. And, there's a big community with it, and everybody will help you, but they're not going to be like, oh, hey, you need to do this, or here's this play, or something. That's not really what the strat community is for. Um, Once you learn the language and people are saying, hey, this is going to go 2 up, well, you already know what that means. So you can execute on your own. You don't need anybody to hold your hand and say, hey, here's your execution. So um I went, I tried a couple signal services when I first started trading, but I always wanted something that would teach me how to trade, not be reliant upon them and their signal services in order to keep trading. So that's another thing I really love about the strat. Um, there are some discords that they'll give what they see with the strat, and again, that's up to you as to how you execute. But they're not gonna they're not gonna tell you what to do. I don't think anybody should tell you what to do. So everybody interprets the market differently, but the strat can be a common denominator. If you really learn how to use it. So speaking of that, we'll go over the indices here. Let me switch to ES. Actually, let me just switch to Trading View and we can go over that. All right, so we'll look at ES here. Why are you not switching for the week? There we go. All right. So we did have an inside week last week on ES. I believe I said that last stream that we could potentially have an inside week. We did. Actually, let me get on the actual contract so that I make sure it is not, that data has not changed. All right. Yeah, we did still have an inside week last week. I don't know why my drawings didn't go for, I must have done them on the continuous contract and not the actual contract itself. Okay, so well, you can see how I do this here. So horizontal line there and there. That does for the last week's high and low. I do my last week's high and low in orange. I'll have to do this sync globally. Sync globally. Okay, so inside week last week on ES, looking in Q. There's your NQ for last week, high and low. High of 25,841, low of 24,641. And we'll look at GC. All right, so last week's high and low there, 4,250 ish, and 4,003 on the bottom. I'm just going to connect a paper trade here to this. That way you can, boy, wish this was correct, 429,000 on paper. Oh, you never do as well, or you never do as well on a funded account as you do on paper. It's just the nature of the game. So ES is only up 0.02% here at one and a half points basically. So I'm not trading anything right now because it just I mean, if you go to on a smaller time frame, probably could have got an entry here on the with the indicator here at around level 3, which would have been 67.49. Um, right back up here to about level 2, level 1. But yeah, right now just not I'm not in anything at the moment. I think I'm going to like this Onyx though. So it's fairly new, this platform, Onyx. And it should connect here. I don't know why it's not. Thought I had it up, did I not? Okay. I don't think that's it. The rules at Funded Futures Network aren't terrible. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're not terrible either. So basically what this is rhythmic in a browser, which is very interesting to me. There's never really, I mean, Rhythmic has its own little browser, but you don't want to trade in that. So, so yeah, this is the first service that I know of that's using Rhythmic in a browser. We'll have to see how it works. I don't, you know, Funded Futures Network was doing a buy one get one free for accounts at 50% off. So it made two accounts $75. I didn't think that was terrible. So I was willing to give it a shot for that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. It keeps losing connection though. It's very strange. Oh, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it works. I'm not haven't fully put my faith in it just yet. I don't know if it needs to connect to New York or Chicago. That was kind of a question I had. I don't know. I'll mess with it later. In the interim, I'm gonna focus on this Bullinox account that's funded. Um, and we'll trade it. So yeah, if we get above this 67.67 here, I want to target 67.83 here on ES. In fact, I'm just gonna
Order
go buy
filled.
one. Um I'll take it off somewhere around here up 67.84. Target here about 20 points here on MES. This could just be back coming back to touch this liquidity as well. I've seen that happen a lot. Like you start your move down, they come back, touch the liquidity. Um, you know, so yeah, very possible. We're only up about 6.5 points here on ES. Up about 40, 48, 49 there on NQ, and up about 6.5 there on gold. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll do my very best to answer your questions, any questions you have. So yeah, so my affiliate code will work with Apex and Bullinox. I think it'll work with my funded futures as well, which I have a my funded futures eval I was working on. I'm about halfway past on that. I'll have to get into Trade of 8, I think, on that one. I really do just need to consolidate everything so I don't have to keep. But at the same time, like, I just, I sometimes get nervous if I'm copy trading all my accounts. So maybe I just need to copy trade them in tranches or something. Um, Probably wouldn't feel so nervous, but I get nervous thinking that all of my accounts are at risks, on on
Order filled. Order filled.
like it just makes me nervous thinking all the accounts are at risk, right? Yeah, so this one's a little more than halfway done. Um be interested to see if we get some more buying here within this area. Uh, it's turning into a hammer. I'd really like to see it come up here to about 67, 78, 67, 84 area there on MES. I'm actually going to move my take profit down to about 67, 78. I mean, 20 MES at $5, and that's, what, $100. Not bad on one micro. So it's $5 a point times 20. It'd be, yeah, be $100. It it's what I would risk in a personal account, right? So I've been trying to trade the funded accounts like I would my very own personal account. For the longest time, I mean, I was like everybody else. I was pretty reckless when it came to the funded accounts because I'm like, oh, I just got, $100 at risk total, because that's what I pay for the account. And, but that adds up quickly. So I've been really trying to treat them with, more respect and treat them how I would my own personal account. And I think that honestly came from actually trading a personal account because I realized how much margin you actually need with a personal account. And if the trade goes against you, they will liquidate you. They will absolutely liquidate you and they will take all of your money if they liquidate you. So if you, let's say have $500 in there, the trade goes against you, they will liquidate you and take all of your money. So uh it just made me really realize and think about the funded accounts because I'm like, why am I trading them differently than I would my own personal capital? And I should treat them the same. So that's what I've been doing. Is it more slow going? Yeah, it is. Um, but I'm not at risk of blowing the account and having to start the process all the way over. So I just much would rather do it this way. I mean, let's just say for instance I make $200 a day. That's still $1,000 at the end of the week. That's 4K a month. And can I make $200 a day? Absolutely. I only traded a few days last week, and there was Monday I didn't have a good day. That Sunday night Monday I didn't have a good day, so I went ahead and locked the account. Um, so I ended the week with like 450. Um, so yeah, I mean that's you still have to build your buffer. I can't get a payout until I build the buffer anyway, so I figure I might as well take my time and build the buffer and then go for the payout. Then worry about the payout. But might as well take my time, build the buffer, then get to a place where I can withdraw some money. So if it takes me 2 weeks, if it takes me a month, I'm okay with that. The buffer will be built, and I won't have to worry about blowing the account. And especially don't have to worry about with that with micros. Um, so yeah, I'm changing some things, and I think the result is going to be a lot better. So yeah, just a little ping pong action here to start the session. Nothing super major. It doesn't appear. Seems like the volume is really low tonight as well. There's not as much volume as there usually seems to be on a Sunday night. All right, guys. I'm not gonna hang around too long. I usually only do about a 30-minute, 40-minute stream here on Sunday nights. Um, but yeah, again, feel free to use my code Blues Trades at the prop firms for the discounts. Apex, Bull and Ox, my fund of futures. Don't know if it'll work at Take Profit Trader, but you can try it. And I also have a link to that new funded futures network as well. I'll put that in the video description. Um, and you can use that there as well, or you can use their code. I think it's Thanksgiving 50. That'll get you two accounts over there right now for the price of one. So, I grabbed the 50K, and you can copy trade on their platform as well. But with everybody having to get away from Project X, kind of gonna be interesting to see how all the firms handle that. Like I said, I hope we go back to Rhythmic, and I'll just use the Rhythmic data feed, which I really like Quant Tower anyway. So if I have to put everything in Quant Tower, I'm not gonna be upset about that. But yeah, again, feel free to use my affiliate code. It is Blues Trades, and that'll get you the best discounts at whatever sale they're having at the moment. So Apex is not running one at the moment. Again, I look for them to kind of run one around Black Friday. Hopefully they'll come out with a pretty good sale there around Black Friday. So, all right. I hope everyone has a great week. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on the strat, trading in general. I'll be happy to help you. And yeah, so hope you have a great week. Thanks for tuning in.